just going to go full on with the NDL theme today. The ELO rating, that's been updated at the end of season 32. So it's kind of difficult to explain. There's the link there if anyone really wants to take a look at it and see, or you can just Google it and check. But I'll just read the paragraph. Welcome to our ELO rating system, where each coach's performance is quantified by a numerical rating. ELO ratings, originally designed for chess, are now widely used in competitive gaming to assess player skill. In our system, each coach starts with a rating of 1500, and after each game, the rating is adjusted based on outcome and the strength of their opponent. Ratings can never drop below 1000, ensuring a competitive and dynamic environment where every match matters. Or below to see how each coach's rating has evolved. So, for if you click the coach, it's just going to show everything you've done. Now it has Florida State added. I did a video earlier of Florida State's added, so you can see my stuff change on the side. 232 wins to 207 regular season wins. Fortunately, I'm going to hit 100 losses next season. That is factual. That one. Cool though. But back to the ELO. So basically, kind of quantifies in terms of your wins and losses where you rank among all the other coaches. So in active coaches, you got Bucknut. No surprise. Him and Jiggy at the top. Bucknut has won 2 championships. He went back to back in seasons 3 and 4 on last year's game. Jiggy went back to back on the first 2. Shell playing in the championship game. El Jefe, some deep runs. Big Mike making the playoffs multiple times. Got DK with Georgia. Kennedy with some runs in the Big 12. SEC with Bama this season, and then he also played in the MAC, had a good season there. Vegas, the MAC as well. That was a fun year. But going down, you can see Sammy 33 sitting there at 15, 1,791 points. These are for active coaches. So with the active coaches that we have, my rating, which is my all-time rating, puts me in the 5th spot. Not bad about that. That's pretty cool. No complaints. On the flip side, if we go to all time, that number drops me down to 31. So you look at some of the people that I'm behind now. Some pretty cool people. Husker Kev, a Nebraska fan, played against him multiple times. Cool dude. Oracle, I've played. Fogtown, I've played. I just played Rain last season. Who else is up here? And have some of these names I've seen a long time. Walker. Dog. Diesel. Some very familiar names, and definitely brings back some memories. Bama fan in Ball Land. Carl Wayne, Reno, Triple B. Man, except some of these names definitely champs this one. Husker Pride. Man, some of these names bring up some memories. Live says out. Yeah, good stuff. But I like that because you can kind of, this will update every season. You can see how high or low you go. So 31 overall. All time is not bad, no complaints there. And guess we'll see what happens when we go into the next game cycle. If I can maybe move up, try not to move too far down. But regardless, the names that I see myself around, I know see it stepped away. Fired Up Chip, Healer, Wilds, Marion, some good company to be around there. There's also the team ranking, which is a cool one. So you can see LSU, Oregon, Texas, they've had a lot of success. Notre Dame has 2. Florida has championships, and this is all time. LSU just went back to back. Oregon's been in title games. I'm pretty sure they've won championships. Some solid teams up here, but we got to go down the list. So Florida State sitting at 20. I'm not sure what 9 and 4 did. Washington State sitting at 21. That's impressive. But the goal right now for me is trying to keep Florida State in the top 20. See Nebraska's at 27. Very happy with that. I know I helped contribute to that. I think this is a cool thing because I look at some of the schools here. I had Kansas State before, and I had a good season with them. I had Missouri before and had a good season with them. I think that's one of the teams that helped me, like between Missouri and Kansas State, that's what helped me get Nebraska in the first place. Iowa. And I don't even feel any shame for having them the season that I did. Miami, I definitely heard dropped them a little bit. I think this is cool because you can take a look at what that team has done and then see what your impact is on that program. So if you look at Florida State, you can see, just like with the Hall of Fame coach, where an individual coach, you can see what a team has done and who had them. So you see Noel Farrell, obviously a FSU fan, went 12-1, FSU Penguin, current Iowa State coach, had them for multiple seasons. Solid run here, season 6 through 9, season 13 as well, lucky 13. Plasma, Noel again, FSU Penguin again. So I think this is pretty cool. So now I have my name on the list, sitting at 9 and 4. You see the overall season record over the course of the time in the NDL, the bowl record 18 and 7. They'll have to live up to these expectations. The longest dynasty is 4 seasons. In order to break that, I'd have to keep them for the entire game cycle. Don't know if that's possible. Not sure if that's even something I want to do. I guess we'll see as it gets closer, but I know they're at 269 wins. If I keep them for the game cycle, 31 wins. That means at least 4 8-4 seasons to get them to 300 regular season wins. I think that'd be pretty cool to do. So we'll see what happens. But I think this is another one of those things that really makes this league stand out. Not only do you have individuals' history with all the teams and player stats and box scores in the league, you can do the same for a school as well. So not just the players, but the actual school. I think that's really cool. And we'll see if we can help add to Florida State in the big picture going forward.